Good afternoon, and welcome to the Office of Special Education information session. Today is February 18th, 2025, and we will go ahead and get started. I'm sure we'll have more people joining us shortly. Oop, hang on, there we go. Okay, and I did put the link to today's PowerPoint in the chat. It's uploaded to the Google folder that you have access to, the Special Education Directors folder. It says it's still loading from what I see over in the chat. So if you cannot open it, I will try that again. But for now, Katie, if you are ready to talk to us about the Ed Plan updates, we can go ahead and get started with that, and I will check on that link.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. I don't have a lot of updates today. One of the things I announced last week on the power user office hours, virtual office hours, was about SSO and single sign-on, that it is coming. It will be going out in phases. And with the phases, it will be those districts that are working currently with ClassLink, that they already have that. They'll be going first. If someone can mute, sorry. There we go. So with ClassLink, the first phase, we'll be doing this in phases. And so the first districts that will go will be those that are already utilizing ClassLink, and they'll also be broken down into little cohorts. I'll be sending out more information. It's all kind of in the works right now. But I'll be sending out more information specifically to those districts that are going. So when you hear from me, that's going to be your time. There's not like a scheduled set time for all of the districts yet. It's just, like I said, we're going in those phases. More information to come about that. February release, there will be a lot of updates coming in February. And typically what happens with the releases is they're pushed out the last day. So the last day of the month, you'll see those changes within the system, but we will be sending out the February release information to power users, and it'll be available in that release notes tab on the dashboard when all of that information is ready to go out. And those are the two biggest ones. We had progress track training today, the webinar. It went well. We have more of those coming up this week. And so if you haven't registered already, you can do so. Advanced reporting, those are in March, and we are still running some end user training webinars that are going really well. So any questions, just feel free to email me. Other than that, that's really all I have for today. I hope everyone has a good afternoon.
Thank you, Katie. Peter, you're next with our, hang on. Child Find Responsibilities for First Steps 4K Preschool.
Yeah. So I did want to just reemphasize with Katie's for sure. Whenever there's a release, and right now we've been on about every other month cadence for it. Just make sure that you review the release notes to know what changes are in the system. So far, the changes have been in direct response, pretty much all of them for user feedback and power user feedback. On the program to try to enhance the experience and make it better. So we'll continue to do that, but it's always a good idea to know which changes in the system are occurring. So one thing that came up was some charter schools around the state had reached agreement with First Steps to run some 4K programs around the state. And they're obviously kind of a different organization, different setup than the private organizations that operate First Steps programs. And so the question came up as to who would be the LEA in this situation where a student was at one of the charter school programs that had a First Steps 4K program. And so that question came up and was reviewed and went to our Office of General Counsel, among others. And it was determined that in that circumstance, based upon how the charters have been set up, the charters themselves, as well as a review of the agreements with First Steps, and looking at the various websites that have been put on, on the websites for the charter schools and how their program is described, and then also the policies and procedures for those charter schools. And it was determined that those charters were in fact the LEA. So right now, all the charter schools that are operating First Steps 4K class that's housed in their charter school, the student would be considered enrolled in the charter school, and the child find responsibilities and the service provision responsibilities would be on the charter school and the charter school authorizer for that. Now, so that's basically what this says, is that the way that they had been set up, that the department has determined that they're the LEA. So you shouldn't be receiving, if you're a school district, you shouldn't be receiving a referral right now for a parent coming to you who has a child enrolled in a First Steps 4K preschool program at a charter school. They shouldn't be coming to you for child find or for initial evaluation. However, if they're at a First Steps 4K preschool program that's privately operated, is not affiliated with a public charter school, then the student would be referred to the district of residence. So that would be the responsibility for child find and special education and related services. So that's been the case always, of course, because those private entities would not be LEAs. They don't qualify under the IDA as such. And so that would be up to you guys to serve if they show up. So are there any questions on that? If there's any changes to this, or there's any ones where the setup is different, we'll certainly apprise you guys of it. But that's just the plain and simple way to clarify it and make it easy for everyone at this point in time, based upon the programs that are in existence right now.
Okay, Peter, I don't see any questions in the chat. Just a thank you for this clarification.
You are welcome.
I would just keep my eyes on it. Ugly Terry, don't come.
I'm sorry, Wendy, could you repeat that again? We couldn't quite hear you. Oh, whoops. Maybe she just forgot to mute. Never mind.
I think it forgot to mute. So
Okay, yeah.
Well, thank you, Sarah. I think we can move on.
All right, Lisa, you're next.
Thank you. So we have some new OSIS web pages, if you haven't kind of stumbled on them by accident. We've been kind of working with two sets of web pages on the ones you're probably most familiar with, that have been up there for the last probably decade. Maybe not quite that long, but it seems like it. And then creating new web pages. So I'm just going to walk you, Sarah, I'm going to share my screen. I don't know if that messes you up.
Not a bit. No, go ahead.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So you can get to us the same way you always have. You can go to districts and schools and get to us through special ed services, or you can go through educators and get to us through special education. Either way, you're going to land on this new webpage. And hopefully it's still a work in progress. You know, we got to where we were trying to update information on two web pages or two websites, the old and the new. You know, we had a lot of soda stuff on the old website. And I know Peter said something this morning about the fizz has gone out and soda is gone, which I appreciated. But, you know, you can, hopefully it's going to be easier. Hopefully it's going to be user friendly, and hopefully it's going to be, you know, easier. But some things that we know that people use frequently, parent and family and community, create, you know, getting straight to that create website. When you click our little OSIS in the corner, it'll keep taking you back to this. And IDA dispute resolution, those pages that you're always used to are still here. You can get to dispute resolution about 3 different ways. You can get to the seed several ways. So hopefully that's going to be easy for everybody to navigate. Just gonna fiscal and grants management. There, every tile is going to have those subtiles that are going to get you to everywhere that you need to go. Statewide data collection history. Same with back to OSIS, fiscal and grants management, all the information, grant application information, resources are still there. We just got rid of a lot of the useless stuff. If you see something that's missing, or you see something that's wrong and you question it, please drop me an email and let me know. There are some pages that we have not, an academic is one of those areas. We do have co-teaching resources, our state systemic improvement plan information. You could link to Academic Alliance of South Carolina, but some pages we have, we did build that page out. So that one, but there are some, and I'm going to go to early childhood because I have to put up early childhood outcomes, the new COAST manual, and some stuff Sherry just sent me this morning we have to put up. If you click on and it just comes back to your start page, or it doesn't go anywhere, that's because we're building it out. We haven't added some new things to it at the moment. So we do still know it's a work in progress. If there's something that you don't see on here that you think you would like to see us have some resources on, just let us know. Drop me an email and I'll put my email in the chat too. But we're hoping, for us that go on it quite a bit, it is just quick and fast, and it's indicator 13. We have to update the new indicator 13 dates, but the ones for the 22-24 are here, so all corrections must be completed by. And so we're going to really work hard to keep this website updated, and have everything on here that's relevant. All the dates aren't 3 years old, but really work hard to make sure all the related service areas, and hopefully it's going to be helpful to everybody. We're not connected, OSIS brings us back to our main page here, but you can always get back to the SCDE main page through that link. So check it out, give us some feedback, and if you see anything that you think is wrong or things that you'd like to see on there to access, just let us know. Thank you. And I'll stop sharing, Sarah.
Okay, thank you, Lisa.
Mhm.
Okay, now we're on to our TA Center updates. We just have 2 today. It's first one is our Academic Alliance of South Carolina, and Susan Thomas is going to walk us through their slides.
And can you share your screen, Sarah?
Oh, yeah, that would be a good idea, wouldn't it?
I'm sorry, I took over there for a
No,
second.
and I can't, juggle too many things apparently.
Thanks, Sarah. I won't take too long. Just a reminder that we do have things up and running for Summer University this June 10th through the 12th. The main days are June 10th and 11th. And if you go to use that QR code, you can certainly go to the event website. Speaking, Lisa, I feel your pain. We're building out that website now, thanks to Jenny Saunders, who does all the work on that. We're adding the sessions, hopefully be ready and with everything in March. We're still trying to secure, I know, a few speakers, at least the Academic Alliance is. And if you have this presentation, you can click on that SC Teams Summer University. So it's going to be, once again, a great time for you to send people to receive training so that they can take it back into their districts and we can build sustainability and support. And then just one more, Sarah, the next slide. I do want to just give another shout out for the pre-conference, remembering that you do not have to attend the conference. We are really going to be talking about instructional tools and that can be used. And this is a great opportunity to partner with your general education friends and bring a friend. We still have spaces left. We're going to be giving away some free materials. We also will be giving away a lot of resources. We are getting a lot of requests about ATSI schools, and we know that most of our students are spending most of their day in general education classrooms. So if we can give our general ed partners some of those strategies that we know, if we use them very intentionally, will increase outcomes for students with disabilities. That's a great thing. So do sign up for this. It's free, lunch is on your own, and it's in Greenville. That's it. You do not have, somebody asked, you have to register for the conference. You do not. You can just come to the pre-conference, and it's just a one-day event.
That's great. Thanks for making that available to us. Okay, Melissa Griffin. Let's see. Let me get you.
Thanks,
Hang
Sarah.
on. There we go.
Wonderful. So the first one is our Reframing Behavior series, which is volume 2 we have just released. We had volume 1 out there already, but this is a free video resource for healthy social emotional development in young children and reframing challenging behavior and reframing regulation. So you can click on the link at the bottom to register or use the QR code to the right. You know, the next slide, please. Our newsletter just went out for February, so if you are not signed up for that, please do. We send out a lot of information and tips and tricks for teachers and administrators. So you can visit the QR or the link to sign up and also to view our previous newsletters. And then I wanted to let you all know that our summer cohort application for the SEED Academy, the Special Education Itinerant Teacher Academy, is open. And that application deadline will be March 12th. You can visit our YouTube to watch the intro video that talks a little bit more about what our SEED Academy consists of. But you can also visit our website or apply here with the link or the QR code. You can also reach out to us at any time with any questions you might have. So thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Melissa. Okay, and that's really all we have today. I do want to remind you that when we record these meetings, I send them out to be captioned, and then they are in your Google folder in the link is on a sheet, and it goes to a YouTube page. So you can always find them there. They take about a week to come back. So if you need to review any of this live, or well, not live, recorded, or you need to share it with a colleague, feel free to share that link. Our next meeting will be the first Tuesday in March 4th. If you know of someone who does not have the calendar invites, please let me know. I'm happy to share those. And yeah, that's all we have for today. If you have any questions, feel free to put them over in the chat. I see Carrie Cannengeiser just put something in there. Skippy has also extended the deadline for our free pre-conference offerings at the South Carolina CEC through this Friday, and she put a couple of links on there as well. Thank you, everybody, for your time and attention and for everything you do for the children here in South Carolina. Have a great day.